Well, we seen on the last run, we got the body in there. Unfortunately, I lost all my footage chatting about it in the beginning, so little sneak peek. But we're just basically do a whole lot of sanding, and I hope to get some paint on it this round. So that is pretty much where we are at. So let's get back to the sandathon that I have going on. I'm hoping you guys can see, because I'm going to try to explain why I have this, what they call a guide coat on, which is like I sprayed it in gray primer and I put red oxide over it. Some people use paint. I just use primer so it won't gum up the paper. But when you sand, and if you can, always try to keep your orbital flat. Once you start digging, you're going to get little dips in your paint and stuff. Hoping you can see that, because you can see the red coming through. I'll find a worse spot here and I'll bring you in on that. Let's try right there. There's a good corner. You should be able to see it better. You see how the red is shining through? So that tells you that if you paint it, you're going to be seeing that. Same here with these scratches over in this corner. So what you're trying to do is sand those out. So this is essentially giving you a good guide at how far you can sand. Only problem is here I sand through my primer, so I'm going to have to dust some primer over that again because your paint doesn't like that stuff. So again, that happened over there, and that's kind of just how it goes. We'll try up here a bit, because I know there's some right there. I'll get you in there. Hopefully you can see this better than it shows. So you can see all the scratching and stuff in there. I really hope that shows up on camera. But unfortunately, we need more primer. That's all there is to it. Can't change that. It is what it is. But anyways, that's where you're watching me doing tons of sanding. This will also show you low spots, things like that. I'm painting it white, so it's like, not too important. But yeah, we'll just keep plugging away here. Well, you see me do a little bit of work. Kind of sanded, welded this thing up, so that's there. I fixed my peak up here. I still got to do a little more hand sanding to it because it's a little wobbly, but it should line up with that grill tooth now. So that should be good. We added a little bit of filler to the back. There's a couple dents that were pretty obvious, so we're getting rid of those. Same with the gate. I'm just doing the edges. The middle's like, yeah, it's a tailgate. Again, I just smoothed out the holes a bit, but I might make a filler panel with like my name on it or who knows what the heck down the road. So I'll just leave that there instead of re-drilling new stuff. So we just wait for this to dry. We're gonna sand her down and then continue doing some more sanding. I have most everything, but I'm just hitting everything with a red Scotch-Brite, so I kind of get everything. I picked up some paint today, so I'm gonna probably paint the firewall, I think. Yeah, that'd be easier to mask off. Maybe I'll paint the whole car, because then I kind of got an idea to do something to the firewall. I don't know if it'll work well, but maybe I'll save it for after. Yeah, because then I can do everything. Yes, we'll stop talking. We'll probably shoot the paint, try to get everything ready, shoot the whole thing, and then we'll come in and we're gonna do my jazz to the firewall if it'll work, and then some little touches to the truck, I think. Yippers. We'll give that a shot. I don't know. This is still, I'm still not fully got my mind made up. And I'm like a day away from painting here. Anywho, we gotta continue Scotch-Brighting and sanding and all kinds of junk. Okay, we are about to start taping up. Still a little dusty. I'm gonna blow it out a few more times. But I just want to get the tape on all the windows. So that's all sorted out. Tape any holes so I don't blow everything into the cab. Yeah, I guess I'm gonna do it backwards. I don't really know what designing I'm gonna do, so I am just gonna shoot this thing, my white right off the hop, and then I can mask off the rest of the cab when I know what else I'm doing. I can mask off the bits that I don't care. So, I guess we're gonna get started. I gotta, tape up everything I don't want paint on, and we're gonna clean her off a few more times and mix some paint. Have at her. Cool. So I got myself just a rattle can of filler. A primer. I'm actually just gonna put over everything. It is white, so I'm gonna kind of use it as my base color for everything. We kind of got everything good enough. Good enough for what it is. I blew it off. We hit it with a tack rag. We are on our way to painting here. Again, I'm gonna shoot this on, give this maybe 10 minutes or something to set, and then we'll hit her with some paint. We basically can't leave any of this bare steel or Bondo anywhere, so this should do everything that I need. So we're gonna do that and start shooting paint right away. We got our primer on, so we pretty much just sealed it up, and then now I'm just going to let this dry, and then we're going to start mixing our paint and start shooting her. One color, here we come. Well, that was a lot of suck. I guess what happened, I was spraying, it was really weird. It seemed like it was fish-eyeing or doing something weird. Couldn't figure it out. And then, so I sprayed training a little more. Then it started doing some really weird reacting. So anyways, it turns out that they gave me the wrong hardener for my paint. So I'm waiting for them to bring me my other hardener, and then we'll be able to shoot this again. So luckily I caught it early. I basically just took my thinner and I just washed off all the paint. I'm gonna let this stuff dry a bit. I'm gonna scuff it. I have to hit it with a little more primer again now. But yeah, oh well. I mean, that sucked, but it could have been worse. I could have sprayed the whole truck and then have this complete disaster and a mess to deal with. Or wait till it dried and sand it up. Who knows? Anyways, thank goodness it's only these few things. So we will wait for that to come. I'm going to let this stuff dry a little bit. Well, this is okay. This one's pretty good, but this one's still got some little gummy, tacky spots that from what I washed there. So we'll let that sit, and then we'll hit her up again. Spray some more paint when my hardener shows up. Well, it has not been a good day for painting. Judging by all the rags, yes. I don't know, I got that coat on, it was good, but I don't know, I guess I just really suck at painting. It was just running all over the place and I don't know what's going on. I don't have a clue, and instead of waiting for it to dry and then try to fix about 1,000,000 runs, I decided to just wash all the paint off. So anyways, here we are. I'm back to square one. I still gotta wait for all this to dry. And I guess I'm just gonna go around and scuff it again, because at this point I've made a complete mess out of this, and well, whatever. We gotta keep trying. I gotta get this figured out at some point. Oh, I can't say I've ever had this much trouble. I can't say I've ever had this much trouble painting something, but at least I'm hoping it'll work out here. Oh man, there's just a whole lot of suck going on. Oh well, it could be worse. I could have left everything on there and it would have been just a disaster with runs and everything else. And being flat paint, maybe I wouldn't have even noticed. I don't know. I would have known, so that would have kind of bugged me. So we are in the process of drying this thing off, and yeah, I think I'll go in for supper. I'll ponder some of my life's decisions here, and I guess we'll try it again. I don't know. I guess I mixed it wrong. I don't know. Who knows? But we'll try again. And hey, third time's the charm, right? Yeah, hopefully. Mint. Well, third time's the charm. Everything is white now. It's white. There's no runs. We win. Finally. Things look shiny, but they're going to get very dull as it dries, which is good. That means it'll be very easy to touch up. So as I bang it into things, I'll be able to rattle can and it'll just blend in just nice, because we all know I'm going to bang the crap out of this thing. I have to put it together yet, so there's going to be a lot of touch-ups yet. But I want this to dry. I think I want to do like a green stripe on here, And I want the firewall and this section here in gloss white. So I'm gonna do that. And yeah, but we gotta wait for everything to dry. So maybe tomorrow we'll probably get down to it. We'll see. Anywho, I am calling it a night. This is good. I'm happy with this. Well, got back from work, unmasked it. I don't know, think it's pretty cool. Looks pretty good. I don't know. I guess it's got some blemishes, but it's good enough for what it is. I'm pretty happy. We got our grill, our tailgate. Everything seems to be okay. I got no runs, so that's a win. Hopefully everything covered really well, but being the paint that it is, it'll be super easy to touch up if I need to, so I am not too concerned about it. Anywho, I guess I'm gonna get in, get changed, and we're gonna start messing around with this thing a little more here. Okie dokie, we got our, what I want to do is this belt line. I think the game plan is going to be, I'm going to do some, I'm just going to do a small flake on this belt line and on the scripting on the back tailgate. Keep it pretty simple, nothing special. When that's done, I want to hopefully have a sort of a candy deal paint that I think I'm going to hit the firewall, but I'm going to hit it with some gloss white first, and then we'll kind of give it that green candy maybe and see what happens. But for now, I'm just going to mask off this because I'm going to shoot that after later tonight once this stuff dries. But seems pretty straightforward. So I'm going to mask off this super quick and then or just run a piece of paper over it because I just, whatever, is what it is. And we'll mix up a bit of clear and shoot over that. Actually, that one I'm going to hit dust with some green quick, hit it with a green base, and then I will do that metal flake clear over top of it. Cool. We did our green flake, so we'll see. That should be okay. We did the smaller flake, but I did spray it on dry just because it wasn't popping as much as I wanted out of the gun. So it was working, but I would have needed a lot of coat. So I just did the old dry spray, but this is the much smaller flake, so maybe it'll become smoother. I don't really know for sure, but anywho, gonna go in for supper now, and we'll see how fast that dries or not, whether I can get to this early on or later. But I do want to get to the firewall, but I want to mask the stripes off now, so that way I can get some glossy paint on here and hopefully hit it with some kind of a candy, but maybe, maybe not. We'll see. We'll see where we get and what happens. Well, we got her all peeled off. Not too bad. My line is a little wobbly. We'll try to fix it up with a stripe. I'm not sure what color I want to do, but we'll daddle with it here. See if we can get her. And then the firewall, well, I started with the gloss white, and then I'm like, I threw a little bit of flake. So we got just this tiny bit of flake in there. I don't know, just something different. At least it's shiny, so when oil gets splashed on it, I'll be able to fix it up pretty easy. Oh, close, close, close. All right, what do we do? Got to figure out a way to do that stripe. I do have my little machine here that I can kind of stick different wheels on. So I think I want to try to hit it with that. I'm just unsure of the color I want to do yet. I guess I can use the colors elsewhere on the truck, maybe? I don't know. Maybe hit it with black over top. That might be a good distinguisher between the two. Black and white, I guess those colors go together, right? All right, well, gotta mix up something and I'm gonna figure this out in a bit. Well, this is gonna be a toughie. Well, yes and no. Mostly because I'm not very good with this thing. And there's a possibility I'm gonna make a really big mess. Well, let's see what happens. Again, I don't know what this thing is. This is, I don't know if anybody can even make that out. There we go. Anywho, I bought it on a local paper. It's kind of a funky deal. It's, you kind of stick your paint in there and you can kind of just squeegee it in. So I don't think I got to put a lot of paint in here, honestly. That said, let's get this thing closed. Come on. There we go. That said, you got different wheel sizes that could go in here. So I have that one. I got 3. They do make these with different size wheels. And like you can get them as small as this, if you can see that. And this one's the bigger wheel. I'm going to do that because I think I made a bigger mess, so I need to fix it with this one. It has like a guide on the side. Unfortunately, it doesn't work. They're not wide enough. So you could put this in here and you could follow a line. But it doesn't get wide enough that I can get over that belt line. So anyways, I just got some enamel. I'm going to throw it in here. Try to throw it in here. See how big of a mess I make. And we'll see what we can do. Well, I was able to do the upper line. It's not bad. The bottom line doesn't work good with that little tool. It's not bad. It's like a learning experience and it just isn't working well. I'll have to get a brush and then I'll be able to just kind of do it at my own pace underneath there. I am no pinstriper, so I thought that little tool might be able to work. And like again, it didn't work too bad on the upper line, but yeah, the lower line I tried and it's just making a mess. So we won't bother with that for now. I'll get a brush and then I'll be able to outline the lettering and stuff like that and get to the back here. But I guess, I don't know. I guess this is where I'm going to leave this one. I've been like really struggling with this for like a week here. So I think this is where I'm going to leave it. I'm gonna let the paint set for a little while. I don't want to try to move it and just mess. Well, I know I'm gonna wreck it, but whatever. We'll try to make it look pretty for as long as I can until I mess it up by the time I get it on the truck. But anyways, I think this is where I'm gonna leave this one. So I want to thank you folks for watching, and we'll catch you on the next one. And we should be pretty much starting to stab this thing together for the final time on the truck there. All right, well, later.